Welcome back. This is a video on Khan Academy, Algebra 1, and we're looking in the unit Quadratic Functions and Equations. And the particular skill set we're working on is quadratics by factoring. So when we factor quadratics, we start always by taking out the greatest common factor. So in this case, 5 is a factor of each of these, so we'll divide everything by 5 and get x squared plus 14x plus, what is that, 49, equals 0. Now, I want to stop right there and be clear. This expression right here is not equivalent to that one. This is a different parabola, but both of those parabolas have the same zeros because all that has changed is one has been reduced by a factor of 5. But that doesn't change the place it crosses the x-axis. It doesn't change the zeros of the function. Okay, so we want to factor this. It looks like it could be a perfect square trinomial because we've got a square first and last term. So we just need to check, is the middle term correct for that pattern? That would be 2 times the square root of the first term, which is x, times the square root of the last term, which is 7. 2 times x times 7 is 14x. So yes, this is a perfect square trinomial, so we can factor it as such. Square root of the first term, sine of the second term, square root of the third term. So it's a perfect square trinomial means that one factor is being squared. So x plus 7 squared equals 0. If we take the square root of both sides, we get x plus 7 equals plus or minus 0 is 0 in both cases. So then x plus 7 is 0, that means x equals negative 7. On to the next question. Solve for x, write the smaller x first, larger x second. So this is telling us it's not a perfect square trinomial because if it were, it would have one x value that made the equation true. Okay, so we want to first see if there are any common factors. 3 is a factor of 3, 36, and 81, so we can divide everything by 3. We get x squared plus 12x plus 27 equals 0. If we factor that into two binomials, we get x times x is x squared. We need numbers that produce 27 and add to 12. The product is 27, the sum is 12. Okay, so 27 times 1, 3 times 9, those are our options. And 3 plus 9 is 12, so those are the ones we want. We'll add both because we're adding 3x and 9x to make positive 12x. Positive 3 times positive 9 is 27. So x has to be whatever makes this 0, which is negative 3, or whatever makes this 0, which is negative 9. Those are our possibilities. Negative 9 is smaller than negative 3, so we'll put that here. Negative 9. And the larger one was negative 3. Next question. Solve for x. Write the smaller solution first. Okay, so we want to take out the greatest common factor, divide by 4 it looks like, so we'll have x squared plus x minus 42 equals 0. If at any point in the video you want to solve a problem before I do, That would be the best thing for you to do as a learner. So that's the beauty of a YouTube tutorial. You can tell me to be quiet whenever you want and do the work for yourself and then confirm with what I get. So we have 2 factors. Something times something gives us x squared, so that must be x. Now I need a product that equals negative 42 and a sum that equals positive x. The way to get a negative product from 2 numbers is one has a positive sign and one has a negative sign. So we're going to do our signs as plus and minus. Now we need factors of 42 so that the difference between those factors is just 1. So we want to have something close to each other. So it looks like 6 times 7 gives us 42. One of those has to be positive, one has to be negative, so that when I add them, I get a positive 1, which means I want my larger number to be positive and my smaller number to be negative. And now, x would have to equal negative 7 or 6 to make this equation true. X is negative 7 is smaller than positive 6, so we'll put negative 7 here, and we'll put 6 right here, and we're done.